Thank you, Josh, I hope this video you also found it inspiring and kind of shows you a bit the story of his pearl farm and other pearl farmers and other stories, but I think each story is unique, so it's very interesting to see that. Our next speaker is Mr. Shigeru Akamatsu, who is from the Mikimoto company in Japan, and he will be speaking about how and why sustainability is so important in producing high quality pearls, and also saying something about education and pearl farming in Japan. So I'm very happy to hear.
Good afternoon. Today I'd like to tell the importance of sustainability in producing high quality goods and educating consumers about goods. I'll start. In the year of 1893, Kokichi Mikimoto succeeded to culture hemispherical pearl. In 1907, the technique of spherical pearl culturing was established. Since then, cultured pearl has greatly developed as industry. Mikimoto's dream was to make pearls competing with natural pearl by his own hands. He used 4mm nucleus made of freshwater master shell and made 7mm pearls with cultured material from 3 to 5 years. Now, 120 years after his success, cultured pearl has greatly changed since that time. First is the expansion of the pearl culturing area. Pearl producing countries expand to Australia, Indonesia, the Philippines, Myanmar, French Polynesia, Fiji, China, New Zealand, Mexico, and UAE. In addition to aqua oyster, rusks to be used also extended to silver-lipped, gold-lipped, black-winged pearl oyster, marble, abalone, and freshwater mussel. While the development of culturing technique, bead nucleated, non-bead nucleated, and blister pearls are cultured. Once biomineral is formed in a living rusk, can it be called pearl? For cultured pearl to be called jewel, it should possess 3 elements needed for jewel, namely rarity, durability, and beauty. However, at present, so many low-quality cultured pearls are flooded in the world pearl market. Looking at such situation, I think it's time to go back to the starting point and consider one more time what cultured pearls are. Commemorating 120th year for Mikimoto pearl culturing success, Mikimoto inherited the spirit of the originator, asked one more time what cultured pearl is, and has started a new challenge for pearl culture. Here, let me add some advertisement. I took this very nice photos when I visited Aspire Park. And this nice photo was taken when I visited Germany in the Philippines. And thank you very much, Mr. McCollin. He gave this shell and pearl at Susan Fair many years ago. How many years?
3 years.
Oh?
3 or 4 years.
New concept Mikimoto hoists are as follows. Number one, the importance of sustainability of high quality bulk production. Number two, quality oriented production of small amount of pearl having high quality and rare demand. Number three, technique intensive pearl culturing. For example, introduction of gene technology. Number four, attention to oyster resources and farm environment. I think it's time to shift from labor-intensive pearl culture to technique-intensive pearl culture. Based on these concepts, in 2007, Mikimoto opened a practical pearl farm in Ainoshima Island, situated offshore of Fukuoka Prefecture, in northern part of Kyushu. In Ainoshima Pearl Farm, pearl culturing is carried out under following conditions. Please look at the Japanese map. At present, there are four main pearl culturing areas: Mie Prefecture, Ehime Prefecture, Kumamoto, and Nagasaki. And Mikimoto started new pearl farm in Fukuoka Prefecture. This is the Ainoshima pearl culture. Number one, use only naturally spawned 100% Japanese aquarium oysters. Number two, once oysters needed for pearl culturing are secured, the rest are returned to the sea to keep oyster resources. Number three, more than 2 years culturing in order to produce thickly coated pearls having rarity value. Recently, there are many acidic coated pearls. The nacre thickness is only 0.2 millimeters. That's the same thickness as postcard. Number four, zero emission. Namely, to dispose of all materials resulted from pearl culturing activity are disposed not in the sea, but on the land, thus to protect farm environment. For Lucky to Mikimoto, Mikimoto has the brother company of Mikimoto Pharmaceutical Company. So all materials are used for the cosmetics, food, composite. So all wasted materials resulted from culture are used for another merchandise. Number five, to supply local young people with the opportunity of pearl culturing work. They are trained as future pearl cultivation. This is very important for all pearl culturing companies to contribute to the locals. This is very, very important. This is naturally spawned aquarium oyster in Ainoshima. Fukuoka Prefectural government has set strict regulation of not to take these oysters outside prefecture and not to bring in oysters from outside. We follow Australian rule. This is very important to keep the oyster resources. In the past, many Japanese participators imported huge amount of Chinese freshwater aquarium and made a hybrid. As a result, it's very difficult for us to find 100% Japanese aquarium oysters. It's the destruction of the environment. Please compare the size of size. This is a common aquarium. The length is 8 centimeter. Height is 8 centimeter. This is the biggest aquarium oyster in Hiroshima. Length is 10.5 centimeter. Height is 12.5 centimeter. You can easily understand which oyster can produce bigger, better quality pearls. In the year of 2013, first harvest was carried out in Hiroshima. Many high-quality pearls having nacre thickness over 1 millimeter were harvested. Please compare the size of nucleus and size of harvested pearls. Nucleus size is 6 millimeter, and harvested pearl, the sizes of harvested pearls are from 8 millimeter to 10 millimeter. That means nacre thickness is over 1 millimeter. Next, let me speak about the consumer education. Based on the philosophy, best quality, best service, Mikimoto provides best customer education. Recently, a new type of education system has started. It is to make young school children and their parents to become familiar with pearl and its nurturing seeds through learning by experience. Every year, over 10 primary school children and their parents are invited to Misaki Marine Biological Station of the University of Tokyo in Misaki, Kanagawa Prefecture. There, they can realize various benefits the sea provides, as well as the threat of the nature, such as tsunami. They study pearl oyster through the practice of nucleus inserting operation and the environment in which pearls are cultured. They also know the greatness of pearl culturing technology that was built by predecessors. Misaki Marine Biological Station is a historic place where Mr. Mikimoto started his study of pearl culture by the help of professor in school. Maybe 10 years after, I hope she will come back as the best customer. So my presentation is very, very short. Conclusion. Number one, the product pearl is the same, but the way of culturing should be utterly changed. Number two, production of small amount of high quality pearls obviously demand. Number three, from labor intensive power culturing to technique intensive culturing. Mainly, labor-intensive power culturing is based on the amount, even though the quality is not so high. Anyway, they want to expand the power farms in order to increase the production. And their culturing method is based on their experience. So, if very abnormal situation takes place, such as very harmful red tide or infectious disease. There's nothing to do for them. But if we change technique-intensive power culturing, we can solve these problems by the technology. Number 4, careful consideration to oyster resources and farm environment. And finally, education to foster true pearl governance. Recently, the market trend is growth cheaper and cheaper without taking any quality. So it's time to foster true pearl governance. That is my presentation.